It looks like ThunderCats fans finally have something to get excited about again. The long-rumored live-action ThunderCats movie is finally moving forward, and even though it's not hitting screens right away, things are definitely happening behind the scenes. Director Adam Wingard still seems completely locked in on making his dream version of the story, even if it's taking a little longer than fans expected. That patience might just pay off though, especially with whispers floating around that Henry Cavill, yes, Superman himself, could end up playing Lion-O, the iconic cat-like hero at the center of it all. Now, that kind of casting would be a massive deal. Cavill has the right look, the intensity, and the heroic presence to bring Lion-O to life in a big, commanding way. So, while nothing's confirmed yet, the idea alone has stirred up tons of excitement online, and honestly, it makes sense. His mix of physicality and charisma could add something powerful to the role, especially since Lion-O's not just a warrior, he's a leader growing into his responsibilities. But even more than the casting buzz, what really makes this new movie feel promising is that it might finally give the franchise a chance to fix something that's bugged fans for over a decade: the abrupt and heartbreaking cancellation of the 2011 ThunderCats reboot. That series had so much going for it: a deeper tone, mature storytelling, a fresh animation style, and yet it got cut short just when things were getting good. So this upcoming film could be the perfect opportunity to honor what made that version special while also delivering something fresh and complete for both old and new fans. Going all the way back, ThunderCats first hit TV screens in 1985, joining the ranks of other legendary shows like He-Man. It followed Lion-O and his fellow ThunderCats as they battled evil forces like Mumm-Ra on the mysterious world of Third Earth. Kids back then loved it. With its mix of fantasy, action, and unique characters, it became one of those classic 80s cartoons that stuck with people for life. Over the years, it's been rebooted more than once. The 2011 version, which leaned into anime-style drama and storytelling, and the 2020 ThunderCats Roar, which took a more goofy comedic route. Out of the two, the 2011 version left the biggest impact, critically and emotionally. It was darker, richer, and full of promise. Instead of relying solely on the flashy action of the original, it dove into character arcs, moral dilemmas, and complex relationships, especially with Lion-O's struggle to prove himself as a worthy ruler in the face of ancient evil. It had real stakes and an ambitious vision, planning for a 52-episode run across 2 seasons. But unfortunately, only 26 episodes were ever made. That left fans hanging, with so many plot lines unresolved and character journeys left halfway done. So now, the live-action movie finds itself in a unique position. If done right, it could finally give the ThunderCats universe the closure and the evolution it deserves. One thing the 2011 series taught us is that going too big too soon can backfire if the full story can't be told. That's why this new film might benefit from a more contained, focused approach. By telling a complete story in one film while still keeping the door open for future expansions, it can avoid making the same mistake. Of course, there's room to expand the universe later if the film finds success. There's so much rich lore in the ThunderCats mythos, from the history of Thundera to the secrets of the Sword of Omens, that one movie could easily lead to sequels or spin-offs. But the key is starting with strong, character-driven storytelling and delivering something satisfying right away. The 2011 show was praised for exactly that: its emotionally layered characters and tighter story logic, and there's no reason those elements can't carry over to a blockbuster film. Now, it's also pretty clear that this new live-action movie will draw more inspiration from the original 1985 show than the 2011 reboot. Adam Wingard, who's directing the project, has talked openly about how the original was a major influence on him. He's even called ThunderCats a passion project that he's been dreaming about since high school. That means we can probably expect more high-energy action, classic fantasy vibes, and the kind of colorful world that made the original such a standout in its day. Now, that doesn't mean the film has to ignore what the 2011 version did well. In fact, it could be even more powerful if Wingard blends the fast-paced, adventurous spirit of the 80s show with the emotional depth and modern storytelling that fans loved from the 2011 series. If anyone can strike that balance, it might just be Wingard, especially if he surrounds himself with the right writers and cast. And again, bringing in someone like Henry Cavill as Lion-O could really help with that. He's already shown in The Witcher that he can carry a fantasy franchise, and if he steps into Lion-O's boots, there's a good chance he'll bring that same level of passion and weight to the role. It also helps that Cavill is known for taking on roles with sincerity. He treats the characters he plays with respect, which could go a long way in honoring the ThunderCats legacy. There's also a good chance the live-action movie could kickstart a whole new era for the franchise. While the 2020 ThunderCats roar leaned into comedy and didn't quite resonate with longtime fans, this film has the potential to reach everyone, from those who watched the original after school in the 80s to younger fans who discovered the 2011 version years later. And if it delivers both action and heart, it might even attract a brand new generation of fans. One important lesson from the 2011 reboot is this: if you're going to build something big, you've got to earn the audience's trust first. That means the first entry, in this case the movie, should stand solidly on its own. Tell a compelling story, give the characters proper arcs, let Lion-O actually grow into his role, and if the audience connects with it, then the studio can start thinking about sequels or even streaming shows. But it all starts with that first step. As of now, we're still waiting on more details, casting confirmations, release dates, and sneak peeks, but every bit of news we've gotten so far points in a promising direction. Wingard has experience with big visual stories. After all, he directed Godzilla vs. Kong, and he seems to have a clear vision of what he wants this movie to be. That kind of clarity is important, especially for a property like ThunderCats, which has such a passionate and protective fan base. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Now don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop. And if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.